Hey everybody, Justin Worden at SMTAI International. You're watching What's New in Electronics. I'm sitting here with my guest today, Greg from Juki. How you doing, Greg?
Good, Justin. How you doing today?
Awesome, man. It's been a busy show. A lot of people walking around, having a good old time.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to be in Minnesota. Next year we're going to be in Chicago, which is even better because I think it's going to be even bigger, which is great. So.
I would agree. I mean, the international crowd's going to come in with Chicago, but Juki has a tremendous name in the industry. A lot of people know who you are, but for the few people that are learning about you for the first time, why don't you give us a brief intro?
So, I mean, Juki's been around for 85 years, been an industry staple. Over that, one of the first ones to bring out pick and place in the late 80s. We have phenomenal systems, over 45,000 in the industry in the world. We have a new LX8 coming out that we introduced a little bit at Apex this past January, but really now being released at the end of this year. And our storage solution products have just been doing phenomenal worldwide.
Well, let's go back to the new product release, right? Because I've been meaning to talk to you about that since Apex. The industry's seen a lot of change and innovation over the last few years. I think it's demanded change and innovation out of the manufacturers. So what really is the idea behind the new equipment?
So the idea behind the LX8 is really to be able to get in a very small, compact footprint, a lot of feeder capability, a lot of different component placements, and head changeover capability that can be quick and easy to be done. So that a customer who might be buying a piece of machinery today, 6 months from now or a year from now, when their production model changes, the machine can adapt to that.
Well, that's very important too, because with the explosion of the EV market, the space market, we were on a trajectory where all the pieces were getting a lot smaller. All the components, the parts were getting a lot smaller, but it seems like that's kind of shifted a little bit and people are demanding a lot more out of their equipment. Do you have any feedback on that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great input. I mean, the different explosion in the EV market, we've seen tremendous growth, especially here in the Americas, the nice thing with the pick and place, the equipment has been able to handle all of those challenges, right? So from a design standpoint, components that customers are bringing us today, the machine is able to easily handle and have the capability of future things that we're already seeing, or that might be 10 or 15 years down the road.
Yeah, and the other main point you mentioned earlier is about the footprint, because even though the parts are getting smaller, the equipment needs to get smaller too. I mean, the two most common things we hear about are floor space and speed.
Yep.
So you're definitely attacking both of those issues right now.
Yeah, so floor space is definitely a concern with a lot of our customers, which, a different segment on the Juki portfolio, our storage products have been doing tremendous on that, just because as customers have wanted to get more and more floor space for maybe the SMT lines, they've been looking at where else they can gain that floor space. A lot of it has been on the real storage and some other aspects that Juki's been handling.
Yeah, I think that's a tremendous transition going into the floor space and the storage side of your things, because with the reliability, we're still seeing a lot of reliability issues. And the longer, to be frank, the longer you have to store your product, the more risk you have of it being damaged or the reliability taking a hit. And with a lot of the equipment in EV, you don't want those parts having reliability issues.
No, you clearly don't. And with that, our storage has a relative humidity control on it, just able to bring parts out to the customer more on demand than what they're doing today, which, again, I've been in the industry for over 30 years, so when I first started as an engineer back in the 90s, how people were actually pulling kits and pulling material, back then, some of them are still doing that today, where they've focused over the years on getting better and better on the pick and place or on the SMT line, but not really been focusing on the back end of stuff. This last probably 5 years, we've seen an explosion on that back end stuff that people haven't touched, and that's really, again, where our storage solutions have played a key role.
Well, I think that's a testament to Juki as a whole. Not only is your experience in the industry, but you're recognizing the bottlenecks in the production process. And it used to be on the front end. It seems like it's a lot more on the back end now, as the demand to getting product out the door is getting higher and higher, and the time to do it is getting shorter. So, and a lot of this has to do with COVID. That's really what's going on.
Yep.
So over the last 3 years, from your experience, what have you seen change with people wanting their equipment immediately?
So again, COVID, clearly has brought work back here to the States, right? As we've seen the onshoring, OEM, CM businesses growing in demand, but a lot of it is people wanting to automate as much as possible because we all know whether it's our industry or the restaurant, any industry that we've been we deal with on a daily basis, hiring people is tough, right? You see it no matter what state or what areas we go to, people are looking for qualified people, and it's hard to find today. So being able to automate as much as possible, whether it's the front end, back end, that's where the focus has been after COVID.
Well, regardless, Juki has an answer for all the different problems that people are facing today. But for those, again, that are learning about Juki for the first time, what's the best way they can learn more?
So from our standpoint, it's just JukiAmericas.com. That's probably the best location. Just go on our website. We have all the links, videos, and other information there that people can easily can obtain.
All right, Greg. Well, hey, appreciate your time.
Thank
Have
you,
a great
Justin.
show.
Yeah, thank you.